Good
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, guys, good morning. We got a beefy one to get through this morning, so let's get right to it. Our question coming from Brenda in Woodhull. How much longer is the current La Nina pattern expected to last? It's a great question because it feels like we've been in La Nina forever. It's a triple dip La Nina, so our third winter in a row we've seen it. Some interesting news, though, on the horizon. La Nina is actually quickly on the way out. This is the probability of La Nina, neutral, meaning no La Nina or El Nino, and then of course El Nino conditions. And notice for the spring and early summer, there's higher, darker bars here, the darker color. So that means neutral conditions likely to take over for the spring and the summer. But as we get further into summer and into the fall, you're noticing these taller red bars or orange bars. So that's the higher probability of seeing El Nino conditions. And in a reminder of what El Nino is, that is when we're talking about these warmer than normal waters in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean. We're already starting to see those kind of creep up a little bit. So let's take this out into the future. What does it all mean? So for right now, we're seeing a rapidly weakening La Nina, and that will have some influence through the weather pattern through the month of March next month. As we go into the spring, though, April, May, and into the summer, June and July, neutral conditions will begin to develop. So we're expecting a fairly average summer here in the Quad Cities. But as we get into late summer, early fall, that is when a El Nino is expected to rapidly develop, and that will heavily influence the type of winter that we see going into later this year and especially into next year. I'm going to break this down even further, what it means for temperatures and precipitation this summer going into the fall. You'll want to read more about this at WQAD.com just before GMQC at 11.